Hello and good morning, everybody. This is the Dragon Warrior Let's Play, episode 7? Yes, episode 7. I'm your host, Saigan, and let me correct myself from last time. I wished everybody a new year last time, and I feel really silly about it. So I hope everybody had a happy new year, or a good new year. You obviously had one. It is 2012 now. Another morning edition. So I might be spacier than usual, and that's saying something. Today, we are going dragon hunting and princess rescuing. Like a good hero should. I think I stocked up on keys last time. Mostly stocked up on keys. First things first, let's go deposit our gold in the bank. I'm somewhat confident that I can take the dragon on at level 12. Which is earlier than I normally would on the NES version, but so far this one's been much kinder. That's out of the way. We got herbs. Got enough keys. I think we'll swing by Rimuldar first. Stock up on keys again, and then we'll go rescue the princess. Whoop. That is not where the shortcut is. At this point, I can't really think of too much else that we can get away with doing if I can't kill a dragon. Because the area around the next town is just ripe with them. So this is a pretty good way to gauge our strength, see if we're ready for a dragon. Where's that shortcut? There it is. If things go poorly, though, definitely going to have to take some time to... Stupid slimes. If things go poorly, we're definitely going to have to take some time, build gold up, buy that magic armor. If you recall, back in episode 2, we visited the town of Cole, which is north of here, and that's where somebody gave us the hint about a beautiful woman in this cave. Now, we're going to Rimuldar first, but this is indeed the cave where the princess is. Typically we go south. If we were to head east up there instead, and then swing south, we'd find ourselves in on our way to rescuing the princess. Actually, I was looking it up. You don't actually have to save the princess. It helps a lot because she's the one who winds up giving you an item that helps you find Loto's seal. But you actually do not need to save her. And if you complete the game without saying her, the king doesn't really say anything about it. Like, oh, well, sucks my daughter is gone, but at least you saved the world. That's good. What was I doing? We're buying keys. Let's go ahead and top off our health while we're here anyways. Topic of emulation spawned some good responses. Now, if what I read is correct, emulators are perfectly legal. Downloading ROMs isn't illegal. Distributing them is. And it's not a case of how illegal it is. It's like it's a copyright infringement issue. Which honestly makes sense, and for a game like this, which is technically abandonware since there's no way for you to purchase it new from the company right now, even if you were to go out and buy a used copy, Square Enix wouldn't get any money from it, Nintendo wouldn't get any money from it. So, until they actually release this game in the US so that you can purchase it from them, I see absolutely no problem with downloading an emulator, which I use Visual Boy Advance. It works pretty well. I didn't even have to configure anything. And it can use a gamepad. And finding the ROMs is easily enough accomplished. I won't tell you how to do it, but I'm pretty sure if you ask Google, you'll find out pretty quick. So, the Dragon Warrior and Dragon Quest series is a fantastic series. If you're watching it, you have to be intrigued enough, or you find my voice to be sultry. Man, it would be nice if it was the second one of those. But if you have any curiosity about the series, definitely try it out. You know, free is always the right price. But if they release, you know, further games in the series, by all means, go out and buy them. Support the series. Give Square Enix reason to continue releasing it here in the US. Dragon Quest IX is currently available on the DS. If Pokemon games are more your style, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2 is out on the DS. I haven't gotten into the Monsters series too much, but I did play through Dragon Quest IX, and 9 was really good. You can get a lot of gameplay out of that one, and it's multiplayer. I'll probably do a Let's Play of it down the road. But I think I'm going to try working through the series in order. Hey, I found it with little to no problem. There's our friend, the Sleeping Dragon. Going to go ahead and use an herb. It's only 4 hit points, but, you know, that's an additional 4 hit points being away from dying. See how this goes. Okay, I think we got this. Just have to keep our health up and we should be good. And that's what most boss fights are, is they're kind of a war of attrition. You either alternate between attacking once and healing, or maybe healing twice and attacking. If you're over level, maybe attacking twice, 2 or 3 times before you have to heal. But I think we're good. This fire breathing isn't hurting too much, which used to be the really big thing that would knock out your health. It's not too bad in this one. Yes! Alright, dragon down. Oh, and level 13. Even better. Now, this is kind of an oddity. The dragon was nice enough to furnish her room. Awfully kind. Got a nice carpet. Looks to be some gold trim, maybe. A little table for her. All in all, not a bad host. This kidnapping probably could be much worse. Ah, that's why. Like a gentleman. Love at first rescuing. See, not only does he rescue her, he's going to carry her home. I don't know, I have spells. You can actually carry her around through the rest of the game. You don't even have to bring her back to the castle and put her in her throne. You can beat the game with her, like, just standing there cheering you on. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and bring her back home. Because her daddy misses her. At least, he says he does. Maybe she wanted to be captured. Maybe this is just a, you know, little ploy for attention. Yes, it is. There's no need to tell me how awesome I am, I know. Princess rescuing is my thing. See what you have to say first. Hey, don't you walk away from me. Okay. And therein lies the problem with naming your character Hero. Sometimes conversation just doesn't make too much sense. Or it'll be really, really redundant. Oh, Hero, you magnificent hero. I knew you could do it, Hero. Now, as a child, receiving her love as an actual item kind of confused me. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's actually a very useful item for finishing the game. Again, it's not needed, but you'll see how we'll use it later to find the Seal of Loto, which is required to beat the game. Oh, that's it? Okay, in the 8-bit one, she would ask, Hero, dost thou love me? And you could answer yes or no. If you answered no, she would just say, but thou must. And then ask again, dost thou love me? I watched my dad say no to her for like several minutes on end, just kind of hoping that she was going to say something else at some point. And eventually you wind up giving in, and she gets her way, like a spoiled brat. Okay, we still got time. Don't have enough gold to make another deposit towards the magic armor. Oh, wait a minute. No. No. Do I have enough? I might be close. The armor I have on now is worth like 1,500? Let's go check. We might get some armor today. It'll certainly help in the next area. Seeing as dragons, well, it wasn't exactly a short fight. And it's not something I want to have to deal with every 5 steps. Okay, it's not quite enough. It's close. So, let's go save some money. Buy some armor, and then we'll probably call it a day. Be a bit shorter than usual, I think, but it helps when I'm not getting lost. Oh my gosh. You'd think some of them would have learned their lesson just from, like, watching their friend bump into me. Not enough. Why am I going to cast Fireball? That's why. Apparently I still don't do too much damage to these things. Which is surprising, being level 13 now. Yes! Perfect. And you're so much easier to kill now, too. Puts us at about 7,000. I want to say that the armor was 7,500. Did I actually heal myself? Or no, that just didn't heal me all the way. As far as your options go, if you want to get into the series and start from the first game, you actually have technically four options. There's the original, I think, 1986 release of the game for the MSX and Famicom, which those emulators are easy enough to find. MSX less so, but I have seen them and they work well enough. And you can probably find a translated version of the original Dragon Quest, complete with the password saves and lower graphical quality. Like in the Japanese version, the hero only ever faced south, like this, is the entire time. And when you'd walk around the map, you would just more so slide in that direction. He didn't actually look and face in different directions until the US release. So there's that option. You can find the Dragon Warrior ROM and play it on a Nintendo emulator, which is how most of us Western fans started with the series. Be prepared to do a lot of grinding, because the pacing is kind of goofy in it. And the interface is more menu-driven. You don't just talk to somebody, and you don't just walk downstairs. You'll hit the A button, and then it'll bring up a menu of, like, status, talk, stairs, search, item, magic, and then you'll select from that. So every time that you have to talk to somebody, you don't just walk up to them and hit A. You walk up to them, you hit A, and then you select talk. Which back in the day was fine. The game was originally designed to be an RPG for consoles and to be a simplified RPG. And this came out, around the time of, like, Bard's Tale, some of the Dungeons and Dragons Gold Box games, like Eye of the Beholder, I think, was out. Those were all out on PC and had typed commands. So having the little command box open up was a clever way of simplifying it and getting RPGs out to a console audience. It's really interesting to see how, Japanese RPGs have evolved out of Dungeons and Dragons, and meanwhile, or Dragon Quest, and meanwhile the Western RPGs have continued evolving out of uh, Dungeons and Dragons. Like here, we got Skyrim recently. I'm sure anybody who plays video games has at least watched gameplay of it. Fallout series, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, all those are Western RPGs, and you can kind of see how they came out of their Dungeons and Dragons origins. And when you think of Japanese RPGs, you think Dragon Quest, you think Final Fantasy, you think Kingdom Hearts, and you can really see how those evolved from, this first original console RPG. I feel like I'm rambling. Holy hell, that is more than enough money. That's what happens when I get talking. My brain only has enough power to talk or focus. Not like extra gold doesn't hurt. This next town has some really expensive gear, but really, really good too. Oh my gosh. Stop attacking. Do I need any keys? Yes, I used one key. I'll also show you what Laura's Love does. As soon as I buy that key, I can step outside real quick and show you. So there's that, which is really helpful. Works like a compass. Using it, you always know where you are in respect to the princess and hence Tantagel Castle, which will come into play later. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, options for playing Dragon Warrior. You can also play this version, which is the Game Boy Color release on the Game Boy emulator. Visual Boy Advance, I said, is what I'm using. Works pretty well. The other option is you can find a translated version of the Super Famicom release of the game, which is going to be paced similar to this, but have different graphics. Much better graphics. I haven't played that one yet myself, but I've seen the screenshots, and it looks much better. Yes, your daughter just told me. All right, everybody. I will see you next time. This is Saigan. Have a great day. Bye.